Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hazmi Idham bin Muhammad Afzal, and today I will show you my proposal. My title is Design Analysis and Fabrication of Onion Cutter. My name is Muhammad Hazmi Idham bin Muhammad Afzal, and my matrix number is 2019292626. I'm from group J4 EM1104G. Okay, so for the intro, I will the thing that I choose for my proposal is about onion. The reason I choose an onion because onion is one of the most common recently or usual ingredient that we use in our daily food or daily cooking, and I assume or I agree that onion is really important in our life, because without onion some people will having a hard time, or their appetite will not as high as much. That's why I will use onion as my main proposal. And what I want to do with the onion is I want to create a design that designed to cutting the onion. And before I create the design, I have found some problem. I have discovered some problem that that usually happen. And I will tell you about the problem at the next slide. So for the next slide, for the background study, to design an onion machine cutter that can save time and easy to operate. Okay, this point is more focusing on cutting an onion, because we want to save user time and make sure the design is easy to operate, and then to make sure user can prevent injuries. Okay, so the thing that we'll use for the design is we'll use stainless steel, plastic and rubber. These are for the frame, for the body of the design. And then we'll use welding and grinding process. For the fabrication of the process. So we will develop development of this device. So for the next point, the problem statement, based on the chart that I made from Google form using survey. So user get injuries while cutting the ingredient. So based on the vote, there are 93.6% of user who vote yes, and I agree about this chart, which is, have you ever hurt yourself when you try to cut the ingredient? And then the next one, user find it hard to cut an onion by using knife. So based on the chart from Google form that I made to survey, do you find it hard to cut the ingredient? And by the response of the user. 72.7% people, user, click on yes and also agree with the statement. Okay, and then for the next one, the objective. So the objective of this design is to design an onion machine cutter that can save time and easy to operate. So as you know, usually a chef want to cook their food very fastly for people, for customer. That's why they need to save their time and make sure that my design is easy to operate. And then to analyze the cutting force inside the machine during high stress load, which pressure. So for the next one, based on literature review, product at market, I have made a search at market. So as what I see at the market, my project is more cheap from the market. Because at the market, the range price is between 100 to 1000 ringgit. Okay, so then the price at market is very expensive. That's why that's what I have searched at the market. And then the machine is bit bigger and heavy. It is because all the machine at market is required an engine to be working, and then hard to fix. If the machine inside, if the engine inside the machine is broken or something bad happen, they need more money spending. That's why hard to fit, more money spending. And then for the next one, for the methodology of the design, so I have made three concept: concept 1, concept 2 and concept 3. So I have selected concept 1. So the reason I select concept 1 is, okay, methodology, design, I have, okay, methodology. So this is the phase of the concept that I made. Okay, and then for the next one, I have made a part chart. Okay, for the part chart, so all the for the economy, all the material got plus, because all of the material are using a cheap material. So the performance I give, for the performance, 2 and 1 is 0, because the way to handle is same with onion cutter at market. And then for the environment, all the design get a plus, because it's use the same concept, all of them, which is they only use pressure. And then for the size, all the design got plus, because it's all small design compared to the market. Okay, so same as weight also get all plus, because it's also less weight from the market compared to the market. onion cutter. And then for the ergonomics, 1 and 2 got plus. Is plus because the design is easy to repair compared to design 3. It was 0 because the design is hard to repair. And then for the appearance, 2 and 3 got 0 because the design have many familiar concept at the with onion cutter at market. And for concept 1 got plus because design blade is hard to separate because it rarely seen on market. And then for the safety, the design 2 and 3 got 0 because the safety is not much. For design 1 is plus because the design blade is hard to separate, that's why it more safe. And then for the next slide, so this is my my finalized model that I have created on SolidWorks 2019 software. And then so this is my expected result. As you can see, I find the bending moment, then I calculate the perpendicular distance, moment of inertia, and lastly bending stress. Okay, so this is my SolidWorks analysis design. So it is passed because the yield strength is higher than the max stress of the frame. And then for the cost and fabrication, the total cost is about 80 ringgit, which is I use two stainless steel, 1 plastic, and a rubber. That's why it is cheap. And then for fabrication require grinding process and welding process. Okay, so for the progress chart, so as you can see from the slide, this is my progress chart. And then for the conclusion, this design will be help user to prevent injuries, because as you can see from the safety I give, I make sure that the blade didn't easy to come out from the frame. There's so that, and there are many space beside the blade, so that the user are not too close. The finger of the user is not too close to the blade, so that's why it's safe. The project will make sure make user save their time, because as you can see, when you cut the ingredient using knife, it will take time, but if you use this product, then you can do it as fast as possible. And then the lastly, easy to operate, because the design concept is simple. You just need to push it down and then you got what you need. Okay, I believe that my design is good enough. So that's all from me. The end. Thank you so much.